Hey guys, what's going on? Bruce here. Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about Hytale, but not the Hytale trailer, not talking about Hytale updates. We're going to be talking about whether or not Hytale as a game is taking too long and whether or not Hypixel released the Hytale trailer too early in the game development time, and talking about the development struggles that Hytale is probably facing and some of the things that they have to achieve in order to actually release the game, whether or not this wait is actually killing the hype of the game. So let's get right into it. So if you've been watching my channel for a little bit, or really been in the Minecraft community at all for a little bit, you're basically aware of the Hytale trailer and the game Hytale, which is a game made by Hypixel in order to continue, or kind of symbolically continue, the work that Hypixel put into their Minecraft server into an entire new game. And Hytale, as it says in the description, combines the scope of a sandbox with the depth of a role-playing game. It basically has PvP aspects, it has adventure aspects, it has multiplayer, it has single player, it has lots of different aspects to the game, it has a modding aspect, and this basically carried on the legacy of Minecraft. And this trailer was announced on December 13th, and as of recording this video, it has over 45 million views. It's nearing 50 million views, and this is actually an incredibly large number of views compared to a lot of similar games that are made by much larger game development companies. I mean, Hypixel Studios, they're a newcomer here. This is their first game, and already it's getting 50 million views. That is incredible. So as you guys see, the hype for this game is absolutely enormous, and I could see it in my channel views, I could see it in what people are talking about on Twitter. Everyone was talking about Hytale, theories about Hytale. When they released the first few blog posts, my views on those were very high, so I knew that everyone was interested in what Hytale had to offer, and people just really wanted information about the game and what was going on when the release date was coming out, how to secure a username, all of this information, and a lot of people are still interested, but there's a substantial portion of people who have essentially lost interest in the game. Now, obviously, when we get more information closer to the release date, these people are probably going to become more interested in the game, but at the time, and I've talked to a few people about this, they've basically thought that, okay, well, it's taking too long, I'm not interested in this anymore, you know, the hype was here, they should have just released it. But the problem is that Hypixel does not have a release date yet for these people, and a lot of people will actually lose interest in something if it's announced too early and it takes too long to come out. And this is actually a substantial fraction of the people who originally were interested in the game, as proven by a Twitter poll that I ran a few months ago. Thoughts on Hytale? 40% of you said you're excited for it. 34%, that's only 6% lower than 40, obviously, said that it's taking too long, and 20% of you say it's overhyped, which means that putting together taking too long and overhyped, more people think it's either taking too long and overhyped than they are excited for it, which really goes to show how quickly, you know, the opinions of people can change if something is not presented to them extremely fast. There was a large number of comments on that thread, by the way, of people saying it took too long, lost interest. So this is actually a very prevalent view of Hytale. People really want this to be released, and Hypixel is doing their best to give people updates on when it's going to come out, or like updates about the game, because they keep making blog posts over and over again. But then if you look at the comments on a lot of these blog posts on Twitter, a lot of people are commenting, just release the game already, we need to release the game, the game needs to come out right now. And the problem is that this isn't really Hypixel's fault. I'm gonna get into that right now. So the reason why this isn't Hypixel's fault is because they were not expecting the sheer amount of support that they got on the trailer that they did receive. Now, obviously, you could, you know, say that Hypixel could have just predicted or expected more support, but honestly, as a new game company, they were not expecting this much support, which means that they were not trying or not planning on releasing this game anytime soon. And that's really the truth of the matter, and a lot of people are going to be upset about that, but to be honest, I don't think that it's going to be coming out anytime soon. We might see a beta by the end of the year, but overall, I don't think it's going to be coming out anytime soon. And it's not Hypixel's fault, because they did not plan for the amount of support they were going to get on this game. So the development that they had on the game is probably a lot less than they would have if they were expecting a lot more support at the time of the trailer release. But overall, my personal opinion on this matter is Hytale taking too long? Yes, for some people. For me, not really. I'm still waiting for it. I'm still excited for it. Is it for some people? Absolutely. A lot of people have lost interest in the game because it's taking too long, which is really unfortunate, because that means that the hype of the game might be a little less if it releases so long into the future, which isn't a huge deal considering the massive amount of support behind it, but it could definitely affect numbers a little bit. So that's not a good thing for Hytale. However, is this Hypixel's direct fault? I don't believe so. They did release the trailer early, but this isn't like they weren't expecting to have like a strict timetable where you have to release the game by the summer if you release the trailer in December. Obviously, that's not what their plan was if it's taken this long already from the time the trailer was released. In addition to that, I do not believe that Hytale is even finished. I'm pretty sure in their blog post they talked about how they're not finished with the game itself, which is unfortunate, but then again, I'm okay with that as long as the product is good. Now, in the words of Shigeru Miyamoto, who is a Nintendo producer and longtime developer there, he says, "A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad," which is a very accurate statement that applies directly to Hytale right here. And, I mean, take it from the greats here. You can see that many game developers have the same mentality, where taking longer is better. And I do believe that Hytale will be a much better game if they take longer. And people just need to be patient and understand that Hypixel and Hytale and the developers there are working their hardest to create the best game possible without the number of bugs that you're going to get with a game that's rushed, the number of problems that you're going to get with a game that's rushed, and all these things. The game is going to flop if it's rushed, which is the unfortunate side of it that people are not realizing. If they release it right now, the game will probably flop. So they have to wait. And that's pretty much the unfortunate reality that we live in. I think that Hytale is in fact taking too long for some people, and some people are going to lose interest in it. However, I do believe that Hytale is going to be a great game and is going to come out in the near future. Now, that's probably a long way away from when I'm making this video, but I might be wrong. I'd like to be proven wrong, but who knows. Anyway, leave a like on this video if you've enjoyed. Join my Discord. A link to that will be in the description, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.